A Charlotte priest accused of sexually abusing a child. Some shocking new allegations opening old wounds for victims of abuse and their families.
All this coming just days before the diocese had committed to releasing all the names of any priest ever credibly accused of abuse. Our Allison Lottis has been pushing for answers about that list, and she's live at the diocese tonight. Allison?
Scott and Erica, the calendar shows today is December 10th, which means the Charlotte Diocese only has 21 days left to keep its promise to release that list of clergy credibly accused of sexual abuse of children by the end of the year. But this week, a new allegation rocked the St. Matthew community and forced the diocese to put the pastor on administrative leave. We saw several parishioners entering St. Matthew for the midday mass today, but none would speak about their pastor now on administrative leave. Monday, the diocese announced a man in Pennsylvania came forward Sunday with claims Father Pat Haar sexually abused him 25 years ago when the accuser was a child, an accusation Father Haar denies.
Shock. I immediately said the Lord's Prayer, my Hail Mary.
Ann Price told me by phone today the news rocked her to the core. Her family knows the traumatic pain of sexual abuse too well. In 2017, the Prices spoke candidly with me about the abuse their son endured at the hands of Father Robert Yergel at St. Matthew in the 90s. Price remembers teaching children about faith alongside Haar before he entered the priesthood.
I would like people of all faiths, number one, to pray for the victim, but also pray for the accused, because both need prayers.
The allegation against Haar comes as the Charlotte Diocese promises to release a list of clergy credibly accused of child sex abuse by the end of the year. The diocese hired U.S. investigative services out of Huntersville to review thousands of personnel records. Their Facebook page touts experience and integrity from the best law enforcement professionals. The report will stretch back to the Charlotte Diocese's 1972 inception, but victims' advocates also want to know how church leaders handled each case.
There's also the cover-up element of a lot of these crimes, and I think it's important for the church to demonstrate, if they really want people to see how they have changed and the strides that they have made.
There's really no rule or standard for what information has to be on the list that dioceses release. So I've asked the Charlotte Diocese if their report will include the clergy's dates of the abuse and the locations, their work histories, and how each case was handled. I'm still waiting on those answers tonight. Scott?
Yeah, we know you've been waiting a while and to get that list, so hopefully you'll get it when they say you will. Thank you, Allison. Now, the Catholic Church is also facing a wave of new sex abuse lawsuits that could cost them more than $4 billion. New rules were recently enacted in 15 states that extended the statute of limitations. The Associated Press say it discovered there were 5,000 new cases over claims stretching back decades.